Hello, welcome to the weekend of it's Mother's Day weekend. Today's Friday, the 12th. Also, Tears of the Kingdom release. Not my thing, but my brother took off work for it. And so I have to drive myself to work. We're on our way to the gym. I have been using ZzzQuil to get to sleep and have not been able to wake up. Like, really get up before... Why is there a bottle in this bush? Look at this. Look at this. Ridiculous. So, I'm hoping, but I've been having a hard time sleeping without it. So, maybe I'll, like, cut the dose in half. That way I can still do the whole sleeping thing, but I can get up before 10 so that I can join time with Babe and enjoy some daytime, not just for working out. Gym wear. My abs are really sore. My workout buddy and I did an ab core targeted workout yesterday. And the thing about ab workouts is you don't feel them that day. You feel them tomorrow. I tend to feel arm and shoulder workouts that day. But like quad and core movements, I feel those the next day. I just love it. Mowing happening. Gym. I have so I got some weights here. I'm going to be doing some pull-ups here. This is for stretching and doing some other stuff with the weights. And this is so I can stick the stand on here because I'm going to be watching some refit videos. Okay, we're back from the gym. I'm in my shower because I got this stuff called glaze, and it's supposed to make your hair super perfect. So they have this new color called Blonde, Brilliant Blonde, and it's because that's what color my hair is. Like, it's not blonde, it's not light enough to be blonde. There are some like blondish streaks kind of in it, but it's not a dark brown. I consider my hair color to be walnut, like walnut shell brown. So it's not, it is a brown, but it's like a really like dirty blonde or whatever. But to make it a little shinier and more vibrant, my hair is very dry. Like, I have decent hair. I don't think my hair looks bad, but this stuff is supposed to make it be like that. Sure. I'm going to give it a try. It's supposed to only last for 10 washes. There's also just a clear version that just does the glossy stuff but doesn't do any color depositing. But I figured it only lasts for 10 washes. It'll be okay. So I have my gloves, I have my hairnet, and I have a shirt that I don't care about. So if it gets messy, it's fine. So this is the before. What do we think? Not too bad, not too shabby. Here's my current mini review of the glaze. It was really thick. It's a concentrated conditioning gloss, so it's supposed to be thick, and it was. And just because of the like shape of the bottle, it was so hard to squeeze and get it out. I had to like sit there and slam it against my opposite palm to get it out. But I have it covered, so this is what it looks like right now. It did get a little bit on my sink because it was a bit messy because I had to, like, again, slam it against my palm. So some of it splattered and I had to quickly wipe it up. You don't want it to stain. There is color in it. So I was trying to prevent that. I got it on my shelf a little bit, but that's okay, I think. So I need to let it sit for 10 minutes. I'm going to pop in the shower, and by the time I get done doing all my other stuff, I should be ready to go to rinse this out with conditioner. So huzzah! that is the plan. Okay, so this is it fresh out of the shower. I know it's hard to see because it's steamy, but what do we think? Does it look, I don't know. I have a towel on, by the way. Not naked. Well, I mean, aren't we all naked underneath everything? So what do we think? My hair is still wet, but I think that you can see differences. Like where my hair had more of the highlight stuff, you can see it a little more, I think. What do we think? I gotta go to work. So we're on our way back home from I just realized I had that in the wrong orientation. From my cousin's barbecue, and they had a surprise reason for their barbecue. All of a sudden, my one cousin hands out everybody a scratch-off ticket, and it says, "We're having a baby." I think that's super fast since they just got married last October, but I guess they were trying. They were like, marriage baby. That's what they wanted. Very quickly. So, congrats to them.
She got pregnant in March.
But yeah, so now the debate is, will Dad get gas before we run out of gas? We'll find out. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday. It is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, past and present, and soon to be mothers, apparently, with my cousin. I have heat rash already. I'm so annoyed. I'm always cold, but as soon as it gets warm, I already start to break out into heat rash. Usually right around this area. I hate being cold, and I'm cold most of the time, but then as soon as I get even a little bit too humid, heat rash. Just ridiculous. The floor situation. Here's what's happening. I know that everything's chaos and mess. That's just how I live. That's just how we have to deal with it. I have on new shoes. They're these Bobs from Skechers. Supposed to be good for the planet. Something or others. They're nice. I've ordered a second box of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this side of the room because it'll be easier for me to transport this stuff to the spare room, which is right there, and then I can squish this stuff this way as I put the floor down. And I want to get some new doorknobs because I would like to get some fancier doorknobs. Doorknobs are expensive. So I'm going to have to go hunt for some, what I consider reasonable doorknobs that also look the fancy ornate that I want. Fancy and ornate don't usually come cheap. Those words don't go in the same sentence. But I think reasonable is better. Because it's like, there's no way a doorknob should cost $200. If you need a $200 doorknob, I don't need a $200 doorknob. Had the most baffling order at Arby's. Apparently where I live, I have a test store, which means things just change randomly and they see how it goes. Well, they took away all the jalapeno stuff. They don't have jalapeno poppers. They don't have the wrap, nothing. And I know that because I was ordering it for my father, because Arby's is where my mother wanted to go for Mother's Day. And she was like, yeah, we don't have that. And so I called him and I said, okay, give me a minute. And he said that he would take the buffalo chicken wrap. And I said, okay. And I said, and he would like a medium chocolate shake. And she goes, we don't have medium. We don't have the size medium anymore. We got rid of it. Okay, well, then I'll take a large. She's like, okay. And then when I ordered for my mom and I, we both got the same thing. We got the chicken salad pecan wrap with the meal. And I said we'd like them small. And she goes, we don't have the small meals anymore. We only have medium and large. And I was so confused. I was like, I thought you just said that you don't have the size medium anymore. And she's like, well, we don't have it. Like, what the medium used to be, we now call a regular. And we don't have the small size anymore. Why didn't you... And she was like, and she's like, but you can get like a regular, large, or extra large. What? But that only applies to fountain drinks, not to the shakes. I was confused. She sounded confused too. But yeah, that was weird. And we got back from the store. Then we gardened for 2 hours. I'll show you that. So over here, we got a lemon tree. The mum is starting to come back. You can see the green right there. We got 2 kinds of grapes that we planted here. The blackberries we already had. We have blueberries here. We also have, we're going to try blueberries in that corner. Over here, we have the seeds from the plants from last year, which were seeds from the plants for the year before. For the green beans, which is this pile and that pile with the stick. There were people who were like, you can't use the seeds from plants that you grew because the government does something to them. And that sounds ludicrous because I reuse seeds for like tomato plants, cucumber plants, from zucchini plants. I just replant them from year to year. Like, unless the plant fully dies or doesn't produce fruit to get seeds from, you can keep planting them. I don't like that. It sounds like some conspiracy theorist crazy prepper talk. Because here's the zucchinis. Got tomato plants, planted cucumbers here. Peppers. This is Orion's plant. The strawberries are starting to come back. See, we already got the green and blooming. The flowers are here. The basil, the parsley came back from last year, super strong. And we haven't gone herbs yet, but we're going to put herbs, oregano. We're going to do basil, oregano, and something else down here. The rose bush is starting to come back. So, yeah, that was the garden. It looks... I love the beginning stages. I love to see the potential. And I love to see growth. There's lots of gardening quotes that I like to put in my own life. And from gardening for 2.5 hours, my hair went a mess. What do you think, dude? Do you think that it looks shiny or significantly better after I did that thing? I don't think so. I'm like... Yeah, after my hair dried, I'm like, I honestly can't tell much of a difference. Just me? Let me know.